we're live. So we have an agreement that we're going to be happy on this stream.
Well, we actually did this stream before and got in a big fight. And so if you weren't watching, you missed it. So if you want to see us get in a big fight again, it's not going to be on this stream, but no promises that it won't be on a future stream.
Well, I think so. I manage different streams, different channels, and so I think it was actually marked to private the last time we did it, and that's why nobody saw. Thank goodness.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh,
it wasn't that bad. You just said something that I perceived as rude, and then I was just like, fine, I won't talk at all.
So,
and then you were like, you kept muting it and being like, yeah.
So by the way, we're gonna edit. I'm gonna edit this down after the fact, so it's just about our 2024 reviews.
I thought
updates.
The whole point of doing this is that you didn't want to edit it.
It was, but I think
Do you have any chapstick in here?
I think it's smart to do too. I don't think I do.
I thought I put chapstick in here so when I was in here I would have it.
Well, if you did, I certainly didn't touch it.
How do men go their whole lives without needing chapstick or lotion? It's like a mystery of the universe. Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to our 2024 income report. Our recap on the whole year of 2024. We've been meaning to do this for a couple days. Well, we've been meaning to do it since January, but we haven't.
67 plus days.
In fact, we're debating whether to do it right now. You just got done doing what?
I just got done doing an Amazon clothing live stream. This is one of my new dregs. Did I use that word right? My brain is mashed.
Yeah, so this should be interesting. I can hear kids banging.
Well, they have to make dinner.
Yeah, so I just got done with work. And so here we go. We're going to snap to it. We're going to talk about...
And we made a rule of not working past 6 p.m. because we have this problem in our lives where...
We can't stop
our
working.
life consumes it. Our work consumes our life. And I told Mr. Olson here that I couldn't do it anymore.
So find a balance.
But here we are.
Yeah, find a balance. It's important.
In his defense, he was like, okay, we won't do it today. And I was like, no, let's just get it over with. And that's just every day.
So here we go. This is going to be our review. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
So we want to talk about how well we did over the past year. So we started Amazon Influencer Program in 2023 in August, right? July and August.
Yes, August of 2023.
So roughly 6 months. And then this 2024 was our first full year. So we're going to talk about how we did. So I'm going to switch us up here. Catherine is going to take controls. Oop. We're popped down to the bottom. We could move us over, but we're fine. I think.
How do you move it over? Is it this one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you just slide this like this?
No,
Oh, no, wrong thing.
Click on us.
This
There we
one.
go. Mm-hmm. And you could even drag it and make us bigger if you wanted, because we're only looking at that text there. Okay, so here we go. Right here, we're gonna look up here. Boop. On our best family reviews, yearly earnings, and should we just uncover the entirety of 2023 and talk about it, or do you want to do it one at a time?
What does the chat say? Oh, the chat says...
Chat says, do whatever you want.
Yeah, we just do the whole thing for 2023.
By the way, we used to do these weekly. Do you remember that? It's hard to remember we did it weekly. And
Why are
then
they all bolded? These aren't bolded, but these are. That's so reverse.
it's totally reverse. I like to keep things reversed. So if you notice, the blue is my channel. The pink is her channel.
Girls and boys.
Yeah, girls and boys. So you can see in 2023, I added 240 videos, and you added
317. I took it way more seriously.
And of course, our total vids are the same because that's when we started it.
So Gabriel has a full-time job. I did not. So this was my. We've got some screamers out there. Got some singers.
Yeah.
So this was really like, yes, I'm full-time homeschooling, homeschooling. And then I have my own personal interests on the side, but he was going to work every day and doing this, and then I was just doing this. And he started 1 month earlier than I did.
Sorry.
But that kind of gives you kind of a gauge about how many videos could you do in a 6 month period if you had a full-time job, and so that's what he did. And then if you're a stay-at-home mom and you are homeschooling and you are also fulfilling your dreams of being a novelist, and you also moved to a new state, that's what you can about get done in 2023.
In 2023, we didn't know what we were doing. We were learning, right?
Yeah.
And so we were doing it every day. It was sporadic. I mean, it wasn't sporadic. It was just constant.
It consumed our lives. Like, we didn't know when, we still don't know when to stop. But we also were struggling a little bit with, like, what's the best way to do this? What is our style in doing it? So it also took longer.
Yep. So I realize we're just jumping in this, assuming everyone has an idea about the Amazon Influencer Program. Most likely you do. But in a nutshell, you shoot 1 to 2 minute review videos on your phone, upload those to your Amazon shop.
Should we mute this so you can cough for a minute?
Maybe.
No. How do we
There,
mute?
I
Which
got
one
it
do we
right
do?
here. Okay, there we go. I've
Wow,
coughed.
that's so fancy.
I've coughed. No, so Amazon Influencer Program, you shoot 1 to 2 minute review videos on your phone. I know this is the ultra simplistic version, but it actually is that simple. You upload those to your Amazon store, tag the product you reviewed. As soon as you're approved to be an on-site seller or influencer, when someone watches that video, click on it, they buy it, you get a commission. So that's it in a nutshell. For those who are wondering, there's millions of videos on it. So 2023, we're both going crazy making review videos.
Right.
Just going off our list, click-wise, we used to care about how many clicks we had. We used to care about how many items were shipped. We used to care about returns. We used to care about our conversion rate.
I still care about the conversion rate. Because if you're not converting, then your videos are crap.
It's true.
I mean, it's true.
So I think what I do care about is our shipped revenue, and really it's the earnings every day.
I don't care about anything but the earnings and the conversion rate.
Yep.
Because everything else is going to convert into those numbers. So I can't control anything but how I do the videos. And if the conversion rate shows that people are buying it from the video, then the clicks and everything else are going to fall into place.
Yep. So we had someone pop in for a second. Anyone hops in, feel free to ask us a question. Nobody's listening right now, so it doesn't matter. But let's talk about this then. So my earnings for 2023 were $2,909.51.
And my earnings were $2,190.05. That nickel really matters.
Really tips the scales.
Yeah.
So, but for the first 6 months of us doing the program, I averaged $484 a month, and you averaged
$365.
which for a new undertaking, like from starting from 0 to 60, that was actually a huge deal for us in 2023. When we realized we can make a little bit of money outside of our 9 to 5s.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're looking at it, if somebody gave you, this is how I always look at it, if somebody handed you $365, like, you'd be pretty happy. Like, if you want to, if I were to go and say, well, this is what I made month over month, like, no, it's not super impressive, but this is active work that creates passive income, and it increases over time. So I just always am like, would I be happy if somebody gave me $365? Man, I would be stoked. So
Every month.
I am happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We get to do it on your own time. So it's been huge. Is it as good as it was? No, I don't think so.
But that's not what this video is about. We will talk because it will take all of our energy, all of our time, all of our effort. Is the Amazon Influencer Program worth it? Is the Amazon Influencer Program consistent? Can you count on clicks per video averaging? Can you do the math? All those questions are another video.
We'll do more videos. Yes.
Or another video.
But there's some stuff we're excited about. Okay, let's talk about 2024. Let's talk about our vids added.
He always does this. I feel so cool being able to do it.
Yeah. Okay, then set. Got it.
I know how to do it. Good grief.
Okay, so 2024, I added. We're pretty neck and neck in 2024.
I know. I was surprised to see that. and a little discouraged. But that's another video. That is another video. One thing I will just give you a hint. I will give you a hint.
A spoiler. A spoiler.
A spoiler. Men do better on Amazon. In my experience, unless
You're proven wrong.
we have similar conversion rates, but men do better on the Amazon influencer program, and I have lots of theories about why. But that's another video.
And let's not even. We'll do a whole nother video about the hair dryers that were just sent to me for review.
Oh, that is infuriating.
I got sent some hair dryers. 2 of them. They're really nice.
I'm sorry.
But you got to review them.
I'm sorry.
But you got
whatever.
to review. Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. So I added 605 videos, and she added
612.
pretty neck and neck. Okay. So total videos. I know we could just do the math, but you could also click on it.
So let's just talk for a second. Again, he had a full-time job. I was a full-time homemaker. I also really made a concerted effort to work more on the personal projects that I had. I also have a bakery. So he might have had a full-time job employment, but like, what was that look
I'm
for?
just wondering why we're.
I'm just trying to figure out like, how were we net? I would have assumed that I would have made a lot. I thought I did a lot more videos than you did. So how did this happen? Did you do the math wrong, or is this accurate?
Okay, here's one of the reasons. You want to know the truth?
No, please tell me lies.
I usually have a big, ugly.
Tell me lies.
I usually have a big disheveled beard.
Tell me
I usually have
sweet
messy hair.
lies.
I can just put on a hat. What do you have to do in order to do your reviews?
Fair.
You have to get all gussied up.
Yeah.
So it's a special review day for her.
Yeah.
For me, it's a roll out of bed, make a review. So I can do it. It's much easier for me to do it in spare moments than for you to do it.
And for the record, not my choice. Like, he makes me do it.
Okay.
No, I just found like reviews I did where I like did do makeup, and did the roll out of bed thing. Conversion rate plummeted versus when that's our world. So
No, so I found she focuses on beauty
yeah.
because she's good at it. I actually pick thumbnails where I look incredibly goofy and dumb, like, and I find that it converts well. People are curious to click on. Like people like to kill, which I should make more of those. Because right now I've learned that you hold up the product and you go. But I need to go.
I don't know. I did one where I like was standing really awkwardly, showing off this outfit, and it has really high. So I don't know, but
We're learning.
the thing, if you're just wondering, this is another video, but lighting is essential.
And a lapel microphone. I always say that. One of those little
Sound,
lav mics. Which we just lost ours.
Oh yeah, you gotta replace that because that new one.
I like
that old one.
The boom one's nice. Yeah, the old one. Okay, so speaking about videos added, I think we could talk about thumbnails. We used to care a lot about thumbnails. We learned some tricks from people like reviews of cool stuff, who says don't bother putting text on it. Just do a pose during the video, clip that out, boom, you're done.
I spent a long time thinking of puns for every single one of my thumbnails, and they're so funny. They're so cute. That is an unappreciated talent.
May work for YouTube, but not Amazon.
But it didn't necessarily make a difference.
Okay, so let's look at total vids.
Hold on though. I still am shocked. Just for the record, I'm still shocked that you did almost as many videos as I did, because even still, like, I just felt like I felt like you were never doing them.
What's the word? I sneak in my videos. I don't know.
All right, so total videos is just math.
So you still have
last year, this year, total.
You know, you still have me beat by like 80 videos.
Just because of 2023, though.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just math. Just add last year to this year.
Well, we might as well do the clicks, because clicks and returns, sure. However, let's look at clicks.
Yep.
Because I went, and there are a lot of women.
So I don't understand what the clicks are. That's how many times people clicked on your video?
They clicked to watch the video. Doesn't mean they bought anything. But they did find your. I think that's an indicator that they liked your thumbnail.
So, and this is where I
Your
don't,
title.
I don't know. So, okay, so clicks. So I feel like there's a lot of like statistical data within this in like, is this clicks like for all of your videos total? No, this is just clicks for the ones that are shown. So you also have to take into consideration that like, no, that wouldn't matter. Sorry, I'm just thinking this through. Okay, so the videos that are being shown, that's how many times it's clicked on.
Yeah, and we're not even
Yeah.
talking. I mean, if we wanted to talk affiliate revenue, I think in the next video, like the next monthly ones, we'll probably get into more of like the creator connection, offsite seller fees to really share how much we made. This is strictly on Amazon, so we are making money through other avenues, but we're not even counting that here.
Yeah, right. We're just talking about clicks right now, so.
Yeah, clicky clicks. So that's it. So
So I don't know. So the clicks are they see your thumbnail, they like it, and they click on it.
but that translates, right? Because I got what 35.
So for every single thumbnail, he may have had a goofy face, but he also said my thoughts, which just drove me
Every
batty.
single time it was
Batty.
my thoughts.
Which I get it. I get that makes sense, but I don't know why it I think it just bugged me so much because I'm a writer and it just felt so like unoriginal.
Yep.
And so so I just I have a lot of quirks. Anyway, but I think just overall, like, not even having any data to back it up, but just looking at a product and being like, oh wow, just makes more sense.
No, I agree because then it does like that.
It's
That's
all
cool. It's
green
green screened.
Here, this thing.
Yep, just like that. But all of those extra clicks did translate to 1/3 more
Yeah, a lot more.
shipped items. So
And the thing is, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see this year if the different thumbnails matter, because now you're not putting my thoughts on there. I'm not putting puns on there. Nobody's doing anything. We're doing the same exact thumbnail. So really, it'll just come down to. It'll be really interesting to see.
So what do you think about this statistic? I shipped 5,000 more items than you, but we had the same amount of returns.
There's a hyena out there.
He's happy.
Oh my gosh. Tell him to stop. That is not.
Keep everyone happy. We got a lot of people.
Yeah,
watching.
we do. So when it comes to returns, what you're saying is I had a lot of returns, I think is what you're saying. So I do a lot of clothing. Oh, the thing is, clothing is good. It's good. It makes you money, but man, people return clothing like you would not believe. They return clothing more than, well, I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ears, but people return clothing a lot, and it's frustrating. And you could return it for a whole bunch of reasons. They obviously liked it. The conversion was there because they liked it. And I don't know if your returns come out of your conversion rate, probably. But if you return clothes, like you're going to return clothes a lot because you don't like the way that it fits. It didn't fit you right. You didn't get the right size. You didn't like the way it looked. It didn't fit on your body the way that you had hoped it would. And so when you do a lot of clothing, you're going to get a lot of returns just in general. Gabriel does a lot more like things that you have to install. So if you're installing it, I don't know, this is me personally. If you install something and then you don't like it, like, are you really going to uninstall it and go through the process of returning it and doing all that? Like, I don't know. I was just saying that, like, you have a lot of returns when it comes to clothing.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. So it's all size dependent. It's very taste dependent. And so, yeah, you're doing a lot of clothing.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But if you're doing clothing, I'll tell you one thing that's not being shown here, and we'll show it in the revenue, and this could be another episode too, is Catherine makes a lot more seller fees and paid promotional stuff than I do. Like a lot more. She actually gets upset with me on the amount of stuff I review for free. You shouldn't
review anything for free. Like, what? You don't have, your time isn't valuable? Your time with your family is not valuable. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, you are. You're saying you have no value. You don't, if you for free, if it's free, if you're doing it for free, then you have no value.
Well, you're doing it for the commission, so I only do.
And you have no guarantee they're going to keep the product on Amazon. You have no guarantee it's going to show up in the product listing page when people search for it. You have no control or idea if that's going to work. So you're not doing it for the conversions.
Well, now I kind of look at it. Will this be okay? I'm going to use one example, because I do ask for a fee for pretty much everything. But there's an example, like I just noticed that those 3D printed animals like were booming on YouTube, and somebody offered me one, and they said they wouldn't pay me anything after I asked, but I'm like, I'll do it anyway because I know that these are hot on YouTube. So we're looking at things a little bit differently than I think we did in 2024. So it's fascinating.
So I'm happy to review items for free that give me value.
Yeah.
But like for instance, if somebody wants me to review something and I have no use for it, I already have some of it. It's not something that I would necessarily buy for myself. Then it's not worthwhile. It doesn't improve my life in any way.
Right. But I'll tell you, some of the things that I've been getting lately are like mattresses, bunk beds for the kids, that desk and furniture that have been nice.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't expect. Those are great things. Those are all things that I would want. Also, if it's a high priced item, then that goes without saying. Like
Right.
you would do that for a fee.
What infuriates me?
no fee, I mean.
What infuriates me is
But they want to give you an $8 item.
yes, and then they're like, we can't afford to pay you
Yeah.
for this, and you're like,
I can't afford to feed my family on
no,
this
you're getting like 5 cents every time one sells.
And toys. If they give you toys, you make so little commission on toys. Like you can't do those for free either.
No, and some of the toys too is I'm almost to the point where like I'm not charging a fee for me to review this. I'm charging a fee for the 2 or 3 hours it takes my kids to put this toy together
Right.
before we can even review it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Some of these STEM toys that have like 300 or 400 pieces, like that's like when you count the per hours and how much, and that I know the commissions are going to be small in that.
And then it's great. It's great for them to have, these kits to go through and do. But when you're getting them all the time, it's like, here's another job for you, but do it for free. I mean, everybody's up in arms about Ruby Frankie only paying her kid $10 to do a video, but everybody expects us to do them for free. Oh, it's a pain point. Okay. Anything else about that?
No.
But isn't that a fair point?
Yeah.
Isn't that a fair point?
Hmm?
Like, it's a fair point.
It's so fair. It's unbelievably fair. But let's look at our conversion rates. Oh.
I have a great, here's the deal. This is why I think
Do you remember
your
when-
videos are shown more. Does that not translate to your videos are shown more when our conversion rate is less than 0.5%?
Do you remember when this used to be a big contest every week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we used to think that our effort into the Amazon influencer program would equal output. And it's just not true.
Okay, let's look at let's
What does that mean? You're just
No,
gonna...
I agree. No, we used to do the statistics, and I'll tell you, you'll see these videos all the time on YouTube. It's like, is Amazon influencer program still good in 2025 or 2024 or all that? And it's not as good as it used to be. I'll tell you, when we first started, the amount we would earn was a lot higher per video.
But do you like getting $300, or is $300 toilet paper to you?
No, I know.
No, that's just the way I look at it. Like, for what the effort I put into it, which is considerable, I feel like I'm getting out of it a good return. I'm getting a good ROI.
For the last several months, it's pretty much covered our mortgage. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
And it's super part-time job.
But it wouldn't if it was just one of us. If it was just me. If it was just me, it wouldn't.
Yeah, if it was just one person, that's it. We do have 2 people doing it. And so the perk for that is we used to always, without fail, we would do 2 reviews for each item we got. But that just got old. Like a lot of hair care stuff she doesn't want to do. Well, okay, I have
Hair care? What does that mean?
I have a rebuttal to that. You being so upset about the...
Oh, pray tell. I want to hear
Hair
about
dryers.
the hair dryers, please.
Yeah, you've gotten all these hair restore things,
That makes sense.
and they were sent to you with lots of hair,
Yeah.
and to me with no hair.
Okay.
Did
that's
they or did they
fair.
specifically ask me to do it in the first place?
They wanted us both to do it,
Was it okay?
and then they only wanted you to do it
Because they saw how bald I was.
right.
Right.
But just excuse me, if I wasn't, you were like, you've got to come do this hairdryer review with me. That's the point. You had to have me do it with you because you couldn't do it on your own.
I could have. It wouldn't have been as effective.
Oh my god.
Or maybe it would have. I don't know.
You probably would have because you're a man, and they'd be like, "Ooh, a man reviewing a
man?
hairdryer?
What?
That's interesting."
This is
because it
madness.
makes no sense. But then because they watched your video, you get the views for it. You
This
get the
is-
click for
This
it.
is madness. I must buy it.
Okay, so tell me yes or no. Because our conversion rates are so similar, how does it make sense that you have so many more clicks?
Because
Your videos are shown more.
conversion rate is based on they watch your video and then they.
Oh, so they're clicking on your video and they're not buying it. Oh, that makes me feel better.
So
La, 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 la,
but
la, la.
that means you should have a higher conversion rate though.
No, it means you should have a higher conversion rate. That's what it means. It means you should have a higher conversion
Well,
rate.
then it all evened out. So I'm going for mass quantity. Well, let's move on now. Let's move on to the revenue.
Yeah, he makes a lot more money. Okay, and we'll talk about why that is. Okay, so shipped revenue.
$500,000, baby.
Wow, that's amazing.
Almost between the two of us, almost $1 million in
A
shipped
quarter
revenue.
million. Over a quarter
No,
million.
that's three
No, that's
quarters.
almost 900. That's almost 10.
That's almost 1 million.
Ooh, okay, so read your number.
$570,597.77.
That's so many numbers, you're having a hard time reading
It's a lot.
it. All right, and I shipped $320,000. Okay, $320,775.39.
Do not forget that 39 cents.
I wish that was my earnings.
So we get a little pinch of that, right?
Yeah.
So let's look at what
We get a sliver of that.
let's check it out.
Okay, well, hold on. So why do you ship more? Well, we can do it. And then why do you?
Higher priced items.
Exactly. Yep. He gets like the heavy installation and
Tools.
like tools and like I review a lot of stuff he gets, like things like ceiling fans. Like I use a ceiling fan, so I can definitely review that. I use a kitchen sink faucet. I can definitely review that. But I would not even know how to test our car battery in our car, which is probably embarrassing to admit, and I definitely should. I could probably figure it out. But he gets stuff like that. He also gets things like
That battery tester just went on Creator Connection.
oh, nice. Like survival straws where he like dirties up a bunch of water. Sorry, I just don't really want to do that.
I install a lot of lighting fixtures.
Oh, yeah, but I said I can review that.
Yeah, you
because
can
I
review.
enjoy that. I mean, like that's something I will use, so I can review that. But like you just get a lot of stuff that like I don't know much about, and I don't want to I feel disingenuous. That's how I feel about the hairdryer. You could say how a hairdryer worked, but you couldn't really say if you liked it or not because you don't use them. And so that's why
I get things like this.
oh, he gets a lot of computer stuff.
a lot of. I've got a 3/4 version of this and this nice wireless gaming keyboard. I use them both.
As a novelist,
I love
though, I do like that keyboard. I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
I like the clickety click for it. So I should review that.
It's a really nice mechanical keyboard.
I
It's
should
awesome.
review that. Yeah. But
This one's pretty cool. It's got the volume right there.
yeah. So he gets a lot of. So I try and be really honest. I don't try. I am really honest in my reviews. And if it's not, and you are too. But my point is like for me, this is why your earnings are so much higher, is because you have higher priced items that I can't really speak to. I could probably research it and do it, but I feel like it's like I'm not really the demographic, and so I just don't feel like it's my niche. And so I just feel like I guess I feel like the amount of effort it would take me to review something like that, to be able to give something honest and, be able to really talk about it in comparison to how it works and all the things you really want to give an honest review about. It's just not my forte.
Right.
So anyway, your earnings.
Yeah, $14,589.43.
And I am almost exactly half of that. You almost made exactly double. $8,251 even. So again, like, could you support your family off of that? No. Could you go on a couple cruises with that? Yes. Could you cover all of your date nights with that and then some? Could you go to a bunch of theme parks? I mean, you could do so much if you're just looking for like a side income that's going to just pad your pocket and allow you to do a lot of fun stuff. I mean, just take Gabe's. I'm just talking about mine. Like, I can do so much fun stuff with my family and my kids and help bring in some income for the family with that much money. And that is so much more than worth it to me.
Yep.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Let's check out our monthly earnings. So that's monthly. Monthly, I averaged $1,215.78.
I averaged $687.58.
And that's interesting. So I'm just looking at these. So this is the point where I kind of want to talk about, that's our year 2024 in review. We didn't go over the month by months. I think we'll start doing monthly reviews. So we need to back up and do it January and February.
So you can do the math, but $22,000 for the year.
Yeah, and I actually, so that's 22,000. I actually calculated with our seller fees and everything else, we did about 27,000. So we made another additional 5,000 or so off of seller fees and affiliate and other things. So that kind of brings up, like, how do you feel things are going this year compared to last year? Do you think we're continuing that trajectory of growth with the on-site?
We're just talking about Amazon.
Yeah, because we can look at it. We got that monthly average of $1,200 for me and almost $700 for you. And albeit January and February are typically much lower than December. Yeah,
you really do not see a lot of the earnings. Definitely go up after April.
So I actually think looking at our last few months, I'm making a little bit more than that average for January and February. We'll talk about this, and I think you're making about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we will increase. We are increasing a lot more videos, but I think going forward, where the growth is going to be for us is keeping this up, but really we have other avenues that are kind of huge.
So what was your original question?
How you feel like? Do you feel like? Well, I think what people might want to know is, with what we made in 2024, is that going to increase in 2025?
Yes, I think it will increase. But I think that if you put all of your eggs into Amazon, you're missing out. And you're also, it's going to continue to be diluted because the more people that end up doing it, the less videos you're going to have out.
So these would be future videos, but where are we putting our eggs now?
YouTube.
Yes,
here
on YouTube. So
thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing.
I think on YouTube, I have dabbled in TikTok. There are like creator connections within Amazon that has been really huge. I think the program continues to evolve. And those of us who have put the time in may not see like these crazy growth on Amazon specifically, but it's kind of like branching out.
Yeah, and to go back to the point is, as an Amazon influencer, you're going to have people send you a lot of stuff. And this is my point to him is he hasn't done this, but I have gone back through it's difficult to do, but I've gone back through and seen which even products that people have sent me that are still for sale. And many of them are gone because people start up. What are they called? They're called direct. What is it called?
FBA.
FBA. Yeah, people start FBA stores, and then either their product doesn't sell, or it's too time consuming, or for whatever reason they stop doing it, and then their products are gone. And so you will never ever make any more money on that because there's no more product to give. And that's when I start to get a little bit salty, because I'm like, I am trying, this is a business for me. This is work for me. And you expect me to work for free, but I have no guarantee that
Yeah.
I'll ever be able to make money off of this.
Well, and I think we should do a whole separate video about like.
Yeah, I was going somewhere with that, and I
sorry.
can't remember what. No, I just can't remember.
No, it's just
what it was.
sellers. So, and we've complained about this before. It's been part of the other ones, but a lot of sellers see you as they actually refer to you as a celebrity, so they think you're doing a product advertisement for them, not a review. And the crazy part is they don't want to pay you for it. They're just like, we want this many pictures. It has to be filmed with an iPhone 15, and it has to be this long. We want you to stand and do this. Like, we can get like I remember I got a hand flashlight for your bikes. They wanted me to do like something on the golf course, something on this, something on that. And I'm like, that's like, just for travel and expenses, that's like probably 10, 15 hours of my time, plus like gas, plus all this. And they will give you this $20 flashlight for it.
Yeah.
And so,
and they want the copyright, copyright
and
fees, where they can use it for perpetuity.
And they want the original video. So I think where we're going for this is there's once you have as many videos as we do, we're both past 1,000 now.
We are.
I'm.
Guesstimating
looking off in 2025 is there's a lot of maintenance that goes through. You actually go through your old listings and make sure they're still tagged, because sometimes they'll lose a tag, but you can still find the same item again. So updating your tag, refreshing that, going through them all, there's a lot of upkeep work. There's something called the Creator Connections that we've just been using. I think Amazon's moving more towards that model because the sellers pay out a higher commission, and I think it puts Amazon's pushing that more onto the sellers. And I think that's actually, if you're on top of that, it's big. There are things like...
But it's incredibly time consuming.
It's time consuming. There are things like Levanta that is like a third-party creator connection, but we still haven't figured it out. But I'm wondering if there's big money to be made through that we're missing, right? So...
Well, like I said, you have a full-time job,
yeah,
and then you're doing this on the side. I am a full-time parent, homeschooler, with a couple side businesses, a bakery and writing, and you could easily do this more than 40 hours a week to utilize all the different possibilities of making money. And maybe if you spent 40 hours a week at it, it would give you a full-time income, but yeah. I don't know. It's also, there's so many things. I don't know that this is important in this video to discuss, but there's so many things like the format, what's it called? Like the user interface for Amazon makes it really hard to go back and look at your old videos and make sure that have tags on them. Make sure that they're being viewed, optimizing those. The interface is incredibly difficult to use. The interface in Levanta is incredibly difficult to use, which is part of the problem. Yeah. Creator Connections there's 80,000 products on Creator Connections. How am I supposed to find the one that I have? Because the search feature, it all depends on, it's all SEO, so if the person puts it in and they don't put in either their brand name, which I've seen a lot, or they don't put in like the actual name of, because lots of times their titles are like, make 10% on this item. And then you're trying to search for make 10% on this item. Like, I'm trying to search for the products I already have, So the user interface makes it difficult, almost impossible to increase your earnings. Yep. Is just the reality.
So much stuff we could talk about. I think this is a product of us not having done one of these for a long time.
Yeah, but I would love... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I just was going to say, I would love, if you have a topic you want us to talk about when it comes to the Amazon Influencer Program, please leave a comment, and we will dedicate an entire video to it. We've been doing this for a year and a half. We know a pretty bit.
We make a part-time income of it. It's about a third of what I make at my day job, which is pretty amazing. So thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I want to do a video later about how we handle YouTube as well. There's so many topics we could discuss, and we want to discuss them, but let us know that you want those.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, thanks for watching.
Where do I click?